Today we'll be solving sample question paper for term 1. Let us start with section A. First question is, Rima took 5 ml of lead nitrate solution in a beaker and added approximately 4 ml of potassium iodide solution to it. What would she observe? Lead nitrate solution reacts with potassium iodide solution to form a yellow precipitate of lead iodide. So Rima would observe a yellow precipitate. So option B, yellow precipitate was formed, is correct. Now question number 2. Identify gas A in the following experiment. In this experiment, zinc reacts with dilute sulfuric acid with the evolution of hydrogen gas. So bubbles of hydrogen gas are formed, which can be tested by bringing a lighted candle. It is found that the bubble burns with a pop sound. Burning with a pop sound indicates the formation of hydrogen gas. So again option B, hydrogen, is correct. Now question 3. Metal and dilute hydrochloric acid give metal salt and gas. Which of the following two combinations are correct? Let us consider iron, metal, and write the equation for the reaction. When iron reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, then iron chloride and hydrogen gas are produced, which means that when metal reacts with hydrochloric acid, then metal salt and gas are produced. Combination 1 is not possible because copper cannot react with dilute hydrochloric acid, as copper lies below hydrogen in the reactivity series. So combination 1 is not possible. Combination 2 and 4 are possible. So option D is correct. Now question number 4 is, which of the following correctly represent a balanced chemical equation? We know a balanced chemical equation is one which contains equal number of atoms of all elements in reactants and products. We can see in the first option, number of atoms of iron is 1 in left hand side, but number of atoms of iron is 3 in right hand side, which means this equation is not balanced. In option 2, number of atoms of iron is 3 in reactants and 3 in product. The number of hydrogen atoms in left hand side and right hand side is also same, which is 8. Number of oxygen atoms in reactants is 4 and number of oxygen atoms in product is also 4. So option B is a balanced chemical equation. Question number 5 says, the graph given below depicts a neutralization reaction. The pH of a solution changes as we add excess of acid to an alkali. During neutralization reaction, an acid and base nullify the effect of each other to produce salt and water. So pH of a neutral solution is 7. Now when excess of acid is added, then the reaction mixture becomes acidic, and we know that pH of acidic solutions is below 7. So option D is correct, which shows pH below 7. Now question number 6 is, in the reaction of iron and copper sulfate solution, which option in the given table correctly represents the substance oxidized and the reducing agent? In this reaction we can see iron is getting oxidized to iron sulfate and copper sulfate is getting reduced to copper. So substance oxidized is iron. We know that substance which undergoes oxidation acts as a reducing agent, as it is helping the other substance to undergo reduction. So here reducing agent is iron. So here substance oxidized is iron and reducing agent is also iron. Option A is correct. Now question number 7 is, the chemical reaction between copper and oxygen can be categorized as, copper combines with oxygen to form copper oxide. Here two elements, copper and oxygen, are combining together to form a single compound, copper oxide. So it is a combination reaction. Question number 8 is, which of the given options correctly represent the parent acid and base of calcium carbonate? The product is calcium carbonate and we have to find out the reactants. So parent acid must contain carbonate and parent base must contain calcium. So option B is correct. Parent acid for calcium carbonate is carbonic acid, and parent base for calcium carbonate is calcium hydroxide. Question number 9. How will you protect yourself from the heat generated while diluting a concentrated acid? We have studied that dilution of a concentrated acid is highly exothermic reaction. We always dilute an acid by adding acid into water and not water into acid. So option A is correct. We always dilute an acid by adding acid to water with constant stirring, as water slows down the exothermic reaction by absorbing the heat which is produced during the reaction. Now last question of section A, question number 10. Why is it important to balance a skeletal chemical equation? It is important to balance a chemical equation to satisfy law of conservation of mass. So option C is correct. Law of conservation of mass says that in a chemical reaction, total mass of all the products is equal to the total mass of all the reactants. In the next video, we'll continue solving the remaining questions of the sample paper. We'll continue with section B.